Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're at day 26 as the Democratic Republic of Congo in Conflict of Nations World War III. So looking at what we've got going on now. So we finished our conquest of Nigeria. And what we're doing now is we're preparing to invade Algeria, which has already been invaded by the French at some point. And so the only thing I've really done is I pre-positioned some forces. So I've got this land unit sitting over here with 3 rail guns, 2 infantries, and an infantry officer. And I'm going to have them actually take out the capital right from the get-go. So I've transported troops from my territory over to the UK's territory, who's one of my allies. And so that way I can get on the other side closer to their capital and not have to go across this large open space, which is going to take time. Gives them a little bit less time to react. I've got both of my AWACS over here. And I can detect, I can see that they've got units over in here. I've got my strike aircraft and my helicopters all stationed over here now, so they're nice and close to where I need them at. And I've also got a small force over here just so that they can come and clear out these larger sections. So I'm coming at them from 2 different angles. Now, if we look back over here, I've still got some occupation troops in these cities. And if I come back over here, well, now I'm at 37% morale. And if I check out the city, there's no threat. Usually you get to like 34, 35%. There's really no threat of an insurrection. So I'm going to take him, and he needs to basically reconstitute. So I'm going to send him down to where my hospital's at to going to help him build up his hit points again. Over here, I have got this guy. He's at 35%, so they're becoming more happy. Same thing. Once again, I'm going to have him move up to here to join this other unit. 35% here. He's ready to go. I'm going to have him actually fly over to this side to help with the occupation as we take over Algeria, to free up my regular infantry units down here. He's at 35%, and this unit is fully ready to rock. And so I'm going to go ahead and just have him move up here along the border. And see, you can see it's going to take him 12 hours to reposition over to this other side. We're okay with that. And so over here for my, let's go through and look. So at research, right? Currently I'm researching the SUT-50 stealth fighter. And what he is going to do for me is he is really good. Stealth fighter, stealth strike aircraft, stealth strike fighter. He's really good at striking aircraft and armor and dealing with aircraft, but he's also a lot harder for the enemy to actually detect. So I'll build several of those, and what I end up using those for, if I run into a lot of SAMs or something like that, I can use him and he can get in a little closer before they can detect him and start launching missiles against him. And then I'm researching the Scud, which I don't intend to actually use. If I come over here and look at the research tree, I'm researching the Scud because I want to get to this conventional cruise missile, which does a pretty good amount of damage to armor and infantry. But as you get up into the higher levels, it does a substantial amount of damage. And I can attack from these at range. And we'll look at this. To be able to use these and get your initial thing with these, you need to research guided missile program. And you need to produce those warheads for your guided missiles, which if we look over here, that's exactly what I'm doing over here, is producing conventional warheads. And as you produce those up here on the top, you will see I have 4 conventional warheads. I haven't produced any chemical warheads or nuclear warheads. I've also got deployable kit that I can actually produce. So I'm producing a warhead down in here, and I'm also building out my factories. And over here, I don't really have enough supplies to build anything other than more aircraft over here, which is what I'm going to do. I'm building these fighter aircraft just in case, because I mean I'm going to invade France here, I think, once I'm done with Algeria, and I want to be prepared in case they have some sort of air capability. I don't want to have to deal with that unprepared. And so I will continue to build more strike fighters until I get the stealth unit researched. I'm building a fighter over there. Unfortunately, he's only got army base. But as I create, so I've gone back through, if I come over here and click on this tab on the right, we can see cities. And really my bottleneck currently is supplies, but it could become components here pretty quickly as I'm building more aircraft and things that suck up components. And if you look, though, I have gone through and I'm expanding out factories in all of my component or my supply cities to get a maximum amount of supplies. This city is part of my regular, my home cities. This one was annexed, and this one is one that's not been annexed. So you can see there's a jump, but even once you annex a city, you don't get the same kind of production you do that for your home cities. But you do get probably roughly twice as much or a little bit more than you would if you haven't annexed the city. So just so you're tracking that. And so I'm building up this. I end up sucking up a lot of supplies because I'm building infantry and that sort of thing, which tends to use a lot of supplies, and I'm trying to build up my infrastructure. So we've got all these units ready to go. Really, Algeria is not going to cause us a lot of issue, I don't think. Famous last words. But I am going to go ahead and start my invasion, even though I don't have all my troops ready to go, but I will have them here pretty quickly. I'm going to split these units over here. I really don't know what I'm dealing with in these cities over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these, my super secret attack helicopters. I'm going to send them over into here. I'm going to split off some of my strike fighters over into here and have him attack into the city. He's already engaging. I'm just going to have him go ahead and start moving over into here. I'm going to take another. I got a feeling that these, if I look at this city over here, this is being run by a rogue state. So they are going to be mainly infantry, so I'm going to split off my attack helicopters to deal with them. Send them over to this direction. And then I'm going to take well, I've got 6. I'll take 5 of them and send them over into here. And I've still got 1 sitting on the ground. I've got my infantry moving in. And then I'm going to take this unit over here, and we are going to have him just move right on up. I don't know if there's a lot of, I don't know if there's anybody over here yet, but before he hits that, I'm going to have this AWACS move up into here, and I should be able to identify what I'm dealing with over here. You know what, before I do that though, I'm going to have him move over into this area over here to see what is hanging around over here. Identify them positively what that is. Okay, so that is where we sit. So if I come up here, look at our alliance stuff just to track this, right? So we are currently in 3rd place at 491. I will probably pass Brazil in the next couple days, I think. In the UK, if I come over here and click on his info, he's fighting Brazil right now. When I saw him, let's go check out what he's got going on. He is currently invading down here. Yeah, he's got a lot going on. So he's in Argentina. He's heading up into Brazil. Brazil's going to end up getting whacked here pretty good. I think he'll probably take Argentina out first and then move north into Brazil. So Brazil's going to end up falling here pretty quick, I think, with the UK going into there. So that's what we're dealing with as far as the score. That's looking pretty good. The alliance overall, I'm not the alliance leader. We kicked out France, and they joined, had New Zealand come in, which really didn't have a lot of points. Then let's see if we can find France. But I'm watching that, and I think what happened is the guy who was playing France, because he's got 291 points, and I'm sitting here thinking, why would he have done that? But I look, so France kind of started to invade Algeria, and then they stopped, which is a sure sign that this guy's not playing anymore. He started playing France, and then he abandoned the game. And so once I get done with this section of Algeria, I'm just going to roll right through France, finish out Algeria. And then I don't like leaving countries left over in my rear. So if the UK doesn't engage France here, I will come up and engage France. But if they do, I won't worry about that. And I'm just going to keep on pushing through North Africa and where they've taken Saudi Arabia's over here, taken over Libya, and I'll just continue to push right through here. So that's my game plan. Now see, we got the AWACS going. That is definitely an armor unit. I bet you this is either armor or infantry in the city here. So we are just going to let him, we're not going to worry too much about it. We're just going to move him over here to make sure I'm tracking everything in that territory and I don't get too many surprises. Is that really... Yeah, it just shows where I declared war here, so there's really not a lot going on. If I come over here and look at myself, I didn't have anything from today. I don't know if... day 25, when we finished off the Congo, basically they had 31,000 some odd casualties, and we had about 9,500 casualties. We could have made this a little better, but that's not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that for the time being. But that's where we sit. Nothing new today. If I look, and I like to go look at my friends and enemies to see what's going on. So this is South Africa. So South Africa is engaging with the Israelis right now. They just invaded them today, looks like 4 o'clock. New Zealand and Australia are going at it, and I would say New Zealand's probably getting the best of that one. Argentina and the UK, I mean, 33,000 to 7,000. The UK is definitely winning that one. Sri Lanka, I didn't even realize South Africa was engaging Sri Lanka, but that's kind of a mixed match type of thing right now. Neither one seems to really have the upper hand. And we're not really too interested in these rogue state stuff, but Finland and the UK were going at it, and Finland was losing quite badly. But that's where we sit as of day 26. So if you like these videos, please do me a favor, hit the like button down below. That'll help others find my videos. And if you'd like to see more, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. That'll help my channel out a lot. I really appreciate you watching. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks. Take care.